Hello everyone, welcome to Country Stitchers. This is Deb. I've been promising a fall home tour and, well, life happens and it just hasn't gotten done. And now it's the middle of November and it seems as though everyone is kind of in the Christmas mode and heading that way. However, I'm going to hang on to my fall decor until after Thanksgiving. I'm not going to rush away this beautiful time of year. I absolutely love the fall, and I do love every season, but yeah, I'm going to keep everything up until after Christmas. So let me just take you through real quick, show you a few things, and maybe you'll get some inspiration whether you're watching this year and you're still decorating for fall, or at the end of the summer next year when you are thinking about decorating for fall. Here in the kitchen on the hutch, I love to just always have a seasonal display. Let me show you up here first. I think I keep the top of the hutch the same. If you've watched any of our videos before, you know how much I love scales. I love anything old, and I love antiques. I love things that already have a story. So on this hutch, I have an old scoop. We have some pumpkins, some dried artichokes in a bowl, an old rolling pin. I keep the farmer's market sign there. I think it's adorable with that light. And the old molds, I think they're adorable. I found that turkey. And I just have a gravy boat back there with some leaves coming out of it, some plates behind it, and I have a pumpkin on the egg scale. The copper molds on this side here, I just think they're so pretty. I try to collect those as well. There's a really cool shelf that runs along the laundry room door and part of the kitchen here. We have very high ceilings here in this log cabin, and that's fun to decorate. Those it's a collection of things that have come from yard sales, auctions, Nana's house, gifts. So that's fun just to have some favorite things displayed up there. And next to the sink, I always keep my chicken lamp there and the egg basket. I have a little pumpkin on a pedestal, another pumpkin mold in front of the tray that I stitched the Fresh Eggs Farm sign on. And then I just change out the little bucket here on the side with seasonal decor. If you hear water running, that's our dishwasher. I'll try to get out of the kitchen before it makes too much noise. Over here, just have the coffee area, and we have some, fun fall syrups and just different things like that to make some fun coffee drinks. And next to the sink over here, yes, all the bright light is coming in. It was nice and cloudy, and now the sunlight's coming in, so hopefully you can still see okay. I always keep an arrangement with some of the lighted twigs in the corner there, and I have a antique coffee grinder that was a gift. And on the cutting board over here, I have the cutest little rolling pin that Liz got me this year. It's so cute with the acorns and the squirrels on it. It's adorable. I just have, area over here where we can do some mixing and things. On this scale, I keep this one here at all times too, and I have a lantern with one of the battery operated candles in it. Just have some fall greenery and some lights around the bottom of that, very simple. And in the copper part of the scale, I have some wheat and some grass coming out of that. Let me see if I can show you this. I don't know if I can with all the sun coming in, but on this scale that hangs here under my pot rack, I have an old antique teapot that has a succulent growing out of it, and it absolutely loves this area here. And then I put some pumpkins and some greenery around that, and some more succulents that hang. A big wooden cutting board up there hanging next to the fridge. That actually came from Williams-Sonoma years and years ago during one of their fall sales. And that's the pot rack that I'm talking about way up there. I get asked a lot on my island here if I keep all of this out at all times. I do. I understand that this might be a lot for some people, but since this is where I'm working and I want everything to be accessible, I keep all of my our knives and utensils and all of our oils and vinegars and all of that ready to just grab and go, since this is where most of the work takes place. And on this side of the island, where people can just kind of pull up a stool, they can always grab some, you know, either some nuts and seeds, some pretzels. We usually have some goodies here. However, it looks like the kids polished off the cookies. And then I have a 3-tiered tray here on the end of the counter, and that's where we keep all of our fruit. So it's nice that someone can just come in and just kind of grab what they want. I have my mom's bears over here on the little bench with the autumn pillow that I stitched in between them. That's a cross-eyed cricket pattern. Again, really sorry for all of the sunlight. I thought I was going to be able to do this with the cloudy day, but I'm grateful for the sun as well. Over here on my mom's hutch, I usually keep the exact same display, but I just change out all of the greenery and things that are on the tray for the season. So I have some little pumpkins that I found, just some picks that I cut apart, some wheat stuck in here, some of the fall greens, some orange berry, kind of like sprigs in there, and I have my mom's brownware and just little pumpkins stuck in the dishes that I found at Goodwill that I think are adorable. Over here on the pedestal, I have more of the battery operated candles. Now my candles are set to come on as it's starting to get dusk in later afternoon. So none of them, I don't believe, are on right now, but they'll all come on later. And they're all on timers, which is nice. Some of them are 5, some are 6, and I have some candles that go all the way up to 8-hour timers. In the green tin over here, I have a fall arrangement that has some of the lighted twigs. Now those are electric, so they stay on all the time. And a little lantern on the floor with another battery operated candle. Now that sits next to the jelly cupboard that used to be in our foyer, if you've ever seen another decor video. I moved it in here into the kitchen because, well, once I get to the foyer, I'll show you why. But I really love having it in here. I have filled the drawers with trivets are in one side, and all of our place card name holders, napkin rings are in the other drawer. And then in the doors, I have all of our cloth napkins, tablecloths, placemats. It's just wonderful storage to have there. And my grandmother's youth chair there with a hooked pineapple pillow on it. And on top of the jelly cupboard, you have the old oil lamp that was converted into electric, some pumpkins, some wheat back there in a little flower pot. And then on this tray, the bottom of it and the this part here, the candle holder, are 2 separate pieces, and I like to just line the tray with different things for the season. So lots of pumpkins and, you know, little sprigs of this and that. And then there's another scale that I always keep my pheasants on, and I just have some fall leaves and sprigs kind of heading up that tobacco basket. This print, I get asked a lot if that is something I stitched. It's not. It would be gorgeous though stitched, wouldn't it? For those of you that do any stitching. That I found, it was a store going out of business, and I just fell in love with it and had to have it. And that gathering room sign, that came from Nana's. That always hung above her fireplace in her great room. On the kitchen table this year, I kept it pretty simple. I love this runner that I found one year at Home Goods. It's very long, and it's just really pretty. It heads under the wooden tray that I have here and peeks out on both sides here. And the 2 pumpkins that I have on either side of the tray are very heavy. They're kind of almost like a cement pumpkin. In the tray, I have a wreath that is made out of the tops of corn stalks. And in the urn, I just have some wheat, but it's really cool looking wheat with a lot of black to it, which is very pretty. And again, I have 2 sconces that were my mom's, and they have battery operated candles in them. And that's easy to, if I want to take out the battery operated candles and actually have real candles there, I could also do that for dinner. So that is the kitchen area. This is a very open floor plan, so looking into the great room on this side over here. I have to show you my newest scale. I love it. It is on a little dry sink that was a gift, and I found this year at an auction, and it's awesome. I think this is my favorite scale, although I love them all. And there's just a brownware bowl with another battery operated candle and some of the fall greenery in that. And that sits next to the china cabinet. And next to the china cabinet on the left-hand side there are some trunks and just some old things that I have purchased and found at auctions. On top of that green tool chest sits my mother-in-law's glass punch bowl that I have my some greenery in it, and then that is the stitched pumpkin that Liz and I did. Was it last year? I think. No, probably the year before that. I think at one of our stitching retreats. And behind that is a punch needle. The plate up here that says "Gather Here," that's a little transfer that I was able to rub on there and just tie a bow and layer it on top of a round rattan platter tray. Okay, let's see. That horse gets, I get a lot of questions about the horse. It's not an actual antique. That was a gift from my husband when we were still dating in high school. Okay, this is going to be a little hard to see over here, but on top of the my grandfather's chest here and the wooden tool chest, I have some, on the scale, I have some more pumpkins, and some are real, and obviously some are made from fabric. There's a blessed sign down here with some antler and some other greenery, pumpkins, a little crow, and these lanterns, those candles will also come on when it starts getting dusk. So I know that's a lot of sunlight. Sorry, I hope you're able to see some of that. Here in the corner on the chair, I have some fabric pieces and a little quilt runner that my stepmom made, and then a pillow that came from Home Goods, and in front of that, one that I stitched. And it says, "In autumn, leaves fall." And I did keep my plants because they're just so happy and they love where they are, and I just couldn't get rid of them from summer. Not that I'm going to get rid of them at Christmas time, but I'll put them downstairs or find somewhere else for them. But I just really wanted to keep them for the fall. Here in the pedestal that's in the corner, I always change out the floral arrangement that's in there. So this is the fall floral arrangement. And then there's a big lantern sitting on this table, and I don't know if you can see in it, but there's lots of like fall things, and there's some wheat, but very cute. And in the wagon, I have another plant with some little fabric pumpkins in the front of the wagon. I moved my scale over to this side, and I'll show you why I had to move that in a minute. I think it looks really cute there. We always keep a basket in the living room here that has some throws in it for whenever you're getting cold. Behind the couch on this side, I have another lantern on this end table, and it has some fall sprigs in it, and just little pine cones and little acorns. On the chair, I have my dad's bear that was made from one of his winter coats, and then I stitched on some things from his military time and also his railroad days. And on this scale, I just put like a green black pumpkin on that. That is a real pumpkin. It's so pretty. And that's about it. There's nothing else there that I changed. I always have those candles, and let's see if we can get a picture of the mantle this year. I keep the black mirror and I keep the shutters on the sides no matter what. I just think they're adorable. I found the Welcome to Our Patch sign at Hobby Lobby this year. And then I just have some fall sprigs with the candles that'll come on later, the letter E, some pumpkins, some wheat. And then I have 2 garlands hanging. The top one has little plaid pumpkins, and the bottom one, I just found that this year. It was handmade by someone, and I found it at a little like craft fair, and it just has all kinds of fun fall things in it, and the colors just go beautiful. So those hang from the mantle, and of course I have my Olga stocking over here. She looks so pretty hanging there. Okay, hear all my floorboards creaking. Let's see. Oh, this is one of the areas where I like to sit and stitch, for those of you watching that are stitchers, and I'll give you a little peek of where I am on this. This is my sampler that I'm kind of creating around the Mary Beale wreath in the center that was finished a little while ago. And right now I'm working on, well, I'm over here in the corner, and I'm working on the Lord's Prayer, and I'm changing, you know, doing all kinds of different fonts, and that's a lot of fun to do. And I keep some extra things that help me with my stitching on the side table here. I had to move my fiddle tree over here to this door or window for right now. I absolutely love plants, and this guy has definitely given me a run for my money. It's starting to come back now, and it looks like it's doing much better than it used to. But wow, I did not realize how fiddly those fiddle leaf trees are. Over here in the corner, we have a new addition. This clock was given to us unassembled by someone who started watching our videos, and Greg actually lives in Delaware, so one day Matt and I took a trip because he offered this to us, and we absolutely love it. We just got it back home the other day. It's beautiful. Matt stained it, and then we found a local man that works on and fixes clocks in the area, and he was able to get it running, and it's just wonderful. So that is in the corner where the tree used to be. And then I have the spinning wheel in front of that, and just on my table over here, nothing really except the cute little pumpkin right there with some succulents in it. Got that at a little craft thing this year. This chair came from a yard sale. Absolutely perfect condition, didn't have to do anything to it. I think it's adorable, and it fits perfectly in that corner. The quilt is a tea bag quilt that my mother-in-law, or my stepmom, gave me one year for Christmas. It's beautiful. And then there's a pillow that I stitched and put together a little while ago. Heading up the stairs, you'll see the tapestry that hangs up there. If you watch our stitching videos, I also found that this summer and was able to get it framed, and that's where that lives right now. I was able to find the iron hooks and put them along this beam in the house, and I think that's really fun. So I'm trying to find things to hang from that and display. And I just have some tin buckets there hanging off of a ladder going up the steps. Just have some brown pillows there on the chair next to the TV cabinet, and that has some pumpkins on the top of that. There's lights along the bottom area there where all of the greenery and the wheat is that you can see then in the afternoon and the evening. And a nice big healthy plant up there is doing beautifully. A lantern, tin pumpkins, and next to the TV cabinet we have this cute little wooden pool toy that my mother-in-law just gave me to use and display. And inside that is a apple basket that was stained, and then a bunch of handmade pumpkins in that. There is a crock behind it with some of the little sprigs of grass coming out of it. And this tiered pumpkin thing there, that wooden thing, I found that this year. I think that was also at Hobby Lobby, if I remember correctly. Those are my new fall purchases this year. I have a bucket, this awesome tin bucket hanging on this door that I found at a flea market last year. And it's just so cool. And all I did was put some of the lighted twigs in it and some pussy willow branches and some branches from the yard. And it just came out really, really cute, really pretty. Didn't need anything else to it. It looks really neat with those lights on when it starts getting dark. As far as where do you buy the twigs, the lighted twigs, I used to be able to find them at different stores in our area that have some, home decor things. And they were all by a company that was called Primitives by Kathy. Now, however, I had just ordered some off of Amazon from a different company, so we'll see how that goes. You can get them battery operated, and you can get them as electric. Here on the couch, I just changed the pillows for the season, and a little hint, something that has helped me out a lot is if you do not have a lot of storage space to save your pillows from season to season, keep the same pillows, but just change the pillow covers. That way, when you're changing your look for the season, the only thing you have to store are just your pillow covers, and that hardly takes up any room at all. And just, of course, throwing on a different little quilt that has the colors in it for the season. Here on the ottoman, I have a lantern that I have one of those ceramic pumpkins in, and just a little fall kind of beaded wreath around that. Some real off-white pumpkins with a succulent and some beads there. Another lantern that does have a candle in the middle, and then just like some fall colors around that. And this is the flower arrangement. It's in a grape box, and I keep it has real and artificial in it. And I always keep it here, and I just change it up for the season. So this is the fall look. I'll come around and show you the front of it. This is on the cabinet that Matt made that goes behind the couch. And here's the front of it, if you can see it with all that light coming through. And I have another lantern right here that just has a little pumpkin in it. Let's see if I can get a better look at the cabinet there. I know it's very dark, sorry about that. So in the foyer here, I have a bench that I have a sign above it that says Autumn Blessings. I did change the pillows again to, match the season. Hung up my little cape, that blanket cape. And I just put some tops of corn stalks and some wheat in my mason jar holders on either side of the shelf. And just some sprigs of things along the top, a blessed sign, a pumpkin for the fall. I also have another little basket here that has a tin and has some wooden signs hanging in front of that for the fall. Now, I had said earlier about I had to move Nana's jelly cupboard, pie safe. That's because we found this massive piece of furniture at a sale at an auction this year. It's absolutely beautiful. It is a gorgeous wardrobe, and it is numbered. It's very, very well made. It's actually made to come apart and put back together with all of these wooden dowels. Oops, it's really, really neat. And I just can't get over the fact that no one wants old furniture anymore because this one was basically given away. No one wanted it. Now, maybe it was because of the sheer size of it. It is about 9 foot tall. And probably it was upstairs at a farmhouse, and really they were trying to just give it away, and my husband bid on it. And I said, where are we going to put this thing? But I absolutely love it. I'm so glad we have it. When you open those doors now, we have so much room for all of our scarves, our hats, gloves, all kinds of extra things like that, which is really, really neat because it helps free up the extra closet that we have here, which, you know, just holds coats and shoes and things like that. But it's just so cool, and it fits beautifully here. It looks really neat, and I'm just so grateful that we have it. Okay, right here next to the front door, I always keep this one the same, this little cabinet area for the fall. I think it's adorable. I keep that little sampler back there, and the duck, some little sprigs of fall things, and that little piece that I stitched back there with the decor around it. And then in the bathroom right off of the foyer, I have my autumn banner hanging on the door. And then I just have some fun things here on the cabinet in front of the window. And then this shelf here with the pumpkins. So that's about all in there. Well, I think that is about all that I have to show you as far as the fall decor goes. You will be seeing Liz and I very soon to get together for a stitching video. And I want to just say thank you so much for hanging in with us and for subscribing, and just thank you so much to everyone who chooses to watch the videos, and all of your sweet comments and kind words, and you're just all so loving and thoughtful, and we appreciate every one of you. Thank you so much. I wish you a very, very happy Thanksgiving. Enjoy each other, enjoy your families. I hope that you're all doing well. And again, you will see Liz and I soon. Thanks so much for joining me in this little fall tour, and hopefully, well, I don't know, I might do a Christmas one later. I'm not sure. All right, well, take care, and we'll see you soon. Thank you. Bye.